In June of last year, President Trump demanded special counsel Robert Mueller be fired, yet changed course after the White House counsel threatened to quit if the order was carried out, claims the New York Times. New York Times reports. The West Wing confrontation marks the first time Mr. Trump is known to have tried to fire the special counsel. Mr. Mueller learned about the episode in recent months as his investigators interviewed current and former senior White House officials in his inquiry into whether the president obstructed justice. Amid the first wave of news media reports that Mr. Mueller was examining a possible obstruction case, the president began to argue that Mr. Mueller had 3 conflicts of interest that disqualified him from overseeing the investigation, 2 of the people said. First, he claimed that a dispute years ago over fees at Trump National Golf Club in Sterling, Virginia, had prompted Mr. Mueller, the FBI director at the time, to resign his membership. The president also said Mr. Mueller could not be impartial because he had most recently worked for the law firm that previously represented the president's son-in-law, Jared Kushner. After receiving the president's order to fire Mr. Mueller, the White House counsel, Donald F. McGahn, refused to ask the Justice Department to dismiss the special counsel, saying he would quit instead, the people said. They spoke on the condition of anonymity because they did not want to be identified discussing a continuing investigation. The report comes amid Trump telling the press that he is eager to sit down with Mueller in the next 2 to 3 weeks. "I'm looking forward to it," President Trump said. "I would do it under oath," he added. This isn't the first time reports about Trump firing Mueller have sprung up. In December, Congresswoman Jackie Speier, DCA, sat down with KQED Newsroom and claimed President Trump was soon going to fire Mueller. The California lawmaker then told KQED Newsroom that, "The rumor on the Hill when I left yesterday was that the president was going to make a significant speech at the end of next week. And on December 22, when we are out of D.C., he was going to fire Robert Mueller." Of course, the Congresswoman's claim was false. Journalist Mike Cernovich says this is the latest attempt by the deep state to distract away from the explosive FISA memo. Newsmax TV CEO Chris Ruddy visited the White House in June and reportedly left with the impression that Trump was going to fire Mueller. Politico reports. After spending hours with senior administration figures, President Donald Trump's friend Chris Ruddy walked out of the White House on Monday, took an Uber to the PBS studio and said on TV that he thought Trump might fire special counsel Robert Mueller, a bombshell revelation even by 2017 Washington standards. The CEO of the conservative website Newsmax then bounded over to Georgetown, stopping for dinner at Cafe Milano, as the puzzled political class tried to make sense of it all. The mere suggestion that Trump might try to throw Mueller overboard drew comparisons to Richard Nixon and condemnation from Democrats and Republicans. It led television news for hours. It made the front page of the New York Times. Mueller's probe is facing extraordinary headwinds following reports the FISA memo is set to be a public relations nightmare. Sarah Carter claims the contents of the memo are so explosive that it could end special counsel Robert Mueller's Russia probe.
Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe our channel for more news videos daily and for what's viral today. Also turn on post notifications and don't miss nothing. A thumbs up really makes me blessed.